Let's talk about the anatomy of this snowstorm in tonight's weather mine. So we're watching this surface low, right? As it approaches us from the west, you can see this counterclockwise flow around this low pressure system. Initially, during most of the day, we'll be out on the warmer side of that system, pulling up that warm but wet air into our area. As that low pushes east of us, cold air wraps around the backside of this system. And what forecasters and meteorologists are looking for is that blue area. Typically, during these types of winter storms, the heaviest snow falls on the northwestern side of that surface low. If you can tell us exactly where that's going to be, well, you'd have this forecast nailed down. Problem is the forecast is tending to shift a little bit. We are still about maybe 24 hours out before the snow really starts falling here in the Twin Cities. There still is some wiggle room with this forecast, but the main impacts, that remains solid. It'll be a rainy start to the day tomorrow and a snowy end, and that transition is going to happen sometime Tuesday evening after dark into Wednesday morning. Several inches of heavy slush, plummeting temperatures, and because of the heavy wet variety of this snowfall, that combined with the strong wind means that snow is probably going to be sticking to a lot of north-facing things like street signs and trees and cars and things like that. Plan on slippery and slushy conditions Tuesday night, turning to frozen conditions as we head into Wednesday morning. A sharp contrast from the 46 degrees it still is right now. It's still ridiculously warm in the Twin Cities. Just admiring all the bare ground we have right now. That's probably going away for a while. Let's take a look at where our snow system is right now, providing some decent snowfall for parts of North Dakota as well as Montana. This system is going to deepen and eventually push into our area overnight tonight. And again, initially, it's going to be too warm for anything but rain around the Twin Cities. In fact, we might even start off tomorrow mostly quiet and mostly dry. It's the tail end of the day. That's when things get a little bit more interesting. This is noontime or just afternoon. Decent rain starting to show up in the Twin Cities with snow still hanging out over northern and western Minnesota. As that low continues to deepen and push off towards the east, that's when we see that transition to heavy snowfall. Notice the dark blue shaded area from Willmar up Highway 23 to St. Cloud and further north towards the Duluth area. At this time during the evening rush, heavy snowfall is expected, not arriving in the Twin Cities until after 7 o'clock. And wherever we have that heaviest band of snow lingering the longest, that's who's going to get the heaviest snowfall. That looks like it's going to be areas in central Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. However, that being said, forecast models have shifted a little bit. We might see a little further south trend with the heaviest band of snow, which right now still looks like it's from Alexandria, Brainerd, the Mille Lacs area through Duluth, 4 to 8 inches. Pretty decent bet there. St. Cloud 3 to 6. However, it's that area through the central part of the state that's the highest area of uncertainty, we'll say. 1 to 3 in the Twin Cities. Numbers might be going up if we continue to see that southerly trend with the forecast. And again, combined with the heavy snowfall, we are looking at some strong winds. Look at these wind gusts by Tuesday evening. By 24 hours from now, we could be looking at 40 plus mile per hour wind gusts. That's going to allow that cold air to surge on in. So even as the snow wraps up Wednesday morning, it still is going to be windy and it still is going to be pretty chilly. Probably single-digit wind chill values much of Wednesday. Winds calm a little bit by Thanksgiving. We stay chilly through next weekend, and guess what? Another chance for snow showers on Saturday. We'll be right back.